News 46 is brought to you by Bees Embroidery and Garment Printing, specializing in custom and personalized decoration of gifts, garments, and more. Call 775-727-9444. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson. News 46 is also brought to you by Humana, serving the community. Please stop in at 1397 South Loop Road on the corner of Loop and Highway 160.
Tonight on News 46, today the world remembers Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and a K-9 deputy retires from the force. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Services are held in cities around the nation to honor and remember Dr. King. It's Wednesday, April 4th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Today is a day to honor two great leaders, teachers, and heroes in history. It's the 90th birthday of Dr. Maya Angelou. Google has decided to honor Dr. Angelou on their homepage. Today is also the 50th anniversary of the day Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was murdered. Events are being held nationwide to mark the anniversary of the King assassination. The commemorations stretch from his hometown of Atlanta to Memphis, where he died. In Atlanta, King's daughter, the Reverend Bernice A. King, moderated an awards ceremony in his honor. An Air Force F-15 assigned to Nellis Air Force Base crashed this morning during training. Officials have not released the condition of the pilot at this time. The plane crashed at approximately 10:30 today during a routine training on the Nevada Test and Training Range. A juvenile says he was choked during a dispute at home after he allegedly took a vehicle without permission from the owner.
Eric Benedict has been arrested for child abuse, domestic violence with strangulation at a location on Leslie Street. According to the Nye County Sheriff's Office declaration of arrest, deputies were dispatched to a domestic disturbance involving Eric Benedict and a juvenile victim. Benedict said that the juvenile had taken his truck, and when he returned, he had pushed him and then held him down. He also said that the juvenile had grabbed a bat and he tried to take it from him. Police made contact with the second party, who was a juvenile victim, inside his bedroom. They said that the child was erratic and appeared to be in pain. The juvenile said that Benedict had pushed him against the wall and he tried to run away. While running from Benedict, he said that he was grabbed and thrown down on the street. He said he was able to get free and he grabbed the bat for self-defense. The two struggled, and the juvenile says that Benedict tried to strangle him by placing his hand around his neck and applying pressure. Police say they saw injuries on both parties. They say that the juvenile's injuries appeared to be more substantial and consistent with the statements made. Eric Benedict was arrested and transported to the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center.
Commissioner Dan Chinhoffen has collected additional funds to repair and possibly even replace the roof on the Pahrump Senior Center, which was discovered to be leaking during the recent rainfall.
Well, I heard last week that they needed a new roof. Apparently there was a hole, and as soon as I heard that, I made some phone calls. Called up ACC Industries on the old skate zone. They donated $2,000. The Groves donated $3,000. Waiting to hear back from Sherry's Ranch. I'm sure they're going to give money at the end of this week. Green Life Products is going to donate, and I'm still out there beating the bushes. So we're trying to raise enough money for the full amount, which they told me someone had promised they would do, but they didn't come through with it. So we're just trying to help out in the community. It's what we do.
So the amount of the roof repair, they were saying was around $4,500 to $4,800, but this is quite a bit more, right?
Well, it's more because that was just fixing the one hole. Yeah. And why do you want to do that? Let's go ahead and beat the bushes, and that's what I'm doing with the community. And we have a great community, great businesses here, and they're willing to donate. They just need to know that there's a need. And so I just did what I do. I went around and asked. The worst they can tell me is no.
Yeah. So we might actually get a little bit more of that roof repaired than what was initially looked at.
Yeah, after talking to Annie over there, My goal is we'll raise enough to get the whole roof done.
Wow.
We're not just going to do a patch. We'll get the whole roof done. And I understand Ron Boscovich is looking to get the ceiling inside. There was a leak inside that destroyed some drywall. So Ron Boscovich is working on that.
All right, keep us updated.
I'm happy to.
The Nye County Commissioners discussed a bill draft request that they would like to see submitted to the state legislature during their next session.
We only get one, but it looks in the backup like you've identified the state legislators who get them. And
well, what I put in here the list what we discussed in 2016 for the 2017 session, just to give you guys some ideas.
Yep.
But we'll prioritize throughout these next few months, bring back data for you guys to narrow down and prioritize.
Mr. Chairman, if I could, my first choice, as it's been since my first meeting as a commissioner, is get rid of employee unions, government unions. I love my employees. I love the employees in the county. I only have two, really, but all the employees, they do a great job. But unions in government sets up a special super citizen, and I just don't think they should be there. I'll kick it around and we'll see. It never made it out of committee last time when it was brought up by a assemblyman, but that's one of my first choices again.
When do we have to have our pick done by?
I believe it's the beginning of September. Let me get the exact date.
It is. It's September 1st.
1st? Yeah.
I think so. If you find out I'm wrong, let me know.
In August.
Fire district changing the language to shall, may instead of shall. Whether it comes from us or someone else doesn't, I just need to get it on there.
If I could be so bold as to make a suggestion, when suggestions come up for these changes, if we could include the existing language and the changes that we want to make so that all of the commissioners can see that in the background, in the backup.
Good idea.
It would be extremely helpful. If we're talking about something that is new, at least some sort of a background piece of paper that gives the concept, you know, of what you want to see put into law, so all of us know what is being talked about by those small titles.
Mr. Chairman, if I could ask that we get this once a month until we decide, and then in the last iteration, if we don't have any surprises like we did 2 years ago, we narrowed this down, and then at the last minute there was a new one. So let's all work together and narrow it down before August. That's what I would like to have.
So be prepared next meeting to come with any suggestions you have. And we'll start the process.
Yes, and Commissioner Wickman was correct. It's on or before September 1st that they're due for the county BDR.
And the county says thank you for your service to a canine officer right after this break.